Hello everybody, it's SMK again today with another video, and this time, again, we're going to be talking about transformations, but we're just going to talk about one, and this one transformation is the human transformation, which is the Power Pole plus Nimbus form, and in particular what we're going to talk about is how people are kind of mad about it. And I kind of just want to talk about this specifically because I did cover it in my other video that I put out the other day, but I wanted to talk about it in more detail because it really is a bit of a, I guess, kind of like a contentious issue for some people. Like I said, as I said in the original, like the video I put out a few days ago, people are mad because it doesn't look like an intimidating form. Okay, and it's not even really a transformation. Their argument is that it is a weapon they're getting and a fluffy cloud. And I understand why you would maybe think a transformation should be intimidating and threatening, because every transformation in the series has sort of been some kind of like power-up that's intimidating. But in my mind, aesthetically, I think it's an awesome throwback to Dragon Ball, okay, to Kid Goku and the first series, basically. And I just don't understand how you can be a fan of Dragon Ball, like all things Dragon Ball, and not like the Power Pole plus Nimbus. How you can't like it, I don't get that. Like, I mean, I kind of understand thinking, like, from a perspective of someone who wants, like, the buff Roshi form and wants to be intimidated by a human. I understand, but at the same time, I don't, because from a gameplay standpoint, from a fan service standpoint, it's awesome, okay? Because it's a way to put in the Power Pole and give it an entire moveset, which is something that Dragon Ball games have not had. Like, fighting games for Dragon Ball have not had. You've only had the Power Pole as part of Kid Goku's moveset for just a little bit. You had it in Budokai 3 for a little bit. He had it for some of his charged attacks. And you had it in Tenkaichi 3 for Kid Goku for some of his strings. But they weren't really, like, specifically designed for him. They were just sort of like strings that were sort of copy and pasted from other characters. Like, they weren't... You know what I mean? Like, he sort of just used it at the end of strings or whatever, and it didn't really feel very uniquely designed with the Power Pole actually in mind. Whereas this is actually designed with the Power Pole in mind. Like, they're actually utilizing the Power Pole's unique ability of stretching outward. Now, of course, we've only seen 5 seconds of the transformation, which has not really let us see full combo strings with it, but it's pretty much implied it's going to, stretch out like it does in the show, and like how they have it work with the other two supers that were in the first game. It's pretty obvious it's going to stretch outward and at some point during some of its combos. I think that's pretty clear. And I think probably the charged variants, the charged melee variant, will probably, again, probably stretch it out. You won't probably, like other characters where it's sort of close range, it'll be a longer ranged charged melee, and that'll be really helpful. Like I said in the other video, I said that reach is really important for spacing. And you really need that in order to actually like get in and do damage at a safe zone. Basically, basically it extends your ability to get in close, because the further you are away, the safer you are. But you can also then use that to get in closer, because the tip of that Power Pole is going to let you get in closer when you're far away enough. Or you can play footsies with it. Even though like footsies kind of don't really exist in these kinds of games because it's more of a zoning kind of thing. Spacing still very much applies, and that's really important. So it's like the basics, the fundamentals of a fighting game. Now, the other aspects I like about it, again, are the fact that it's a nice throwback to Dragon Ball. And I'm honestly very excited about what the Nimbus might do. Because it's obviously going to have some kind of gameplay implications for it. They wouldn't just put that in there for an aesthetic purpose, just to look pretty, And I honestly feel like the people who are whining about how it looks just need to get over it, to be honest, because it's a very nice fan servicey thing. The buff Roshi form wouldn't be very fan servicey. It would just be like, oh, look, this guy is super buff. Wow, I'm so intimidated, like, wow, I'm so scared. I mean, the Power Pole plus Nimbus could very well make you scared. It's just going to make you scared in a different way. It's not going to scare you in an aesthetic way. It's going to scare you in, oh shit, this guy's going to, outrange me now. I have to play it safer or whatever. Or I have to get in before he gets in on me. Or some other reasoning you might be scared of this form from a gameplay standpoint. Who knows? It could even give, like, stupid stat buffs in like other ways. We don't even know what kind of stat boost it might even give, if anything. It's definitely a complete combo moveset overhaul. So humans will have a secondary combo list to play with, which most other races are not going to have. The only other race that might have that will be the Majin race with the pure form, and we don't even know that for sure. So it's a very welcome addition. It's a very unique transformation. Very unique. If they had just gone with the Buff Roshi form, it would have not been very unique at all. It would have been very boring. It would have been very plain. It would have been like, oh, yeah, there's that. Why don't I just use, Unlock Potential, because that's going to be available to everybody anyway. So if you don't like this form, just use Unlock Potential or Kaioken, because those are going to be available to you. They were in the first game. They're going to be in the second game. No harm, no foul. Just use the Unlock Potential. If you don't care for this form, you don't have to use it. And the people who do care for it can enjoy it and relish in the awesome fan service that is the Power Pole plus Nimbus. I know I'm certainly going to when I create a human character. Now, I would love to say more about this form, but we only saw a couple of seconds about it. So all I can really say, again, to all the haters out there for that form is just deal with it. It's... Why can't you just enjoy it? It's a weapon-based transformation. We haven't had that yet. That's pretty exciting. I don't think it's going to add anything else besides just the power pole, but it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And you just gotta try it. You gotta try it. At least give it a try. Come on. Don't just ignore it because it looks so lame. So a lot of stuff in Dragon Ball looks really silly and lame. The only time the series has ever been super serious is during actual fights. And sometimes even it's silly during fights. So why not embrace some of the silliness yourself, come on. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this. If you disagree with me, tell me in the comments why you disagree. Although I'm pretty sure I'm aware of why you will, but why you might. And subscribe if you like my content, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. I don't know what I'm going to do next. But we'll see. I'm pumping videos out. Later.